All right, and we are back live. Good evening po sa inyo lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. Tonight is the first part of our discussion of our diagnostic test. No? So all the items that you've answered, if you are a member of Team Psja, lahat po yun ay nanggaling sa ating diagnostic test. So we are going to still be discussing the rest of the items within the following weekend. So tonight, our focus, of course, is general education. So again, we are going to have 20 items of general education. If you are a member of Team Psja, of course, you were able to answer this as part of our diagnostic test. Our 100 items for general education. We also had 100 items for Prof Ed. And of course, you were able to answer these through our quizzes. And again, if you are a member of Team Psja, you can download all the materials that we have. You can go back to all the full-length videos that we have. Because again, if you are just watching us on our Facebook page or even on our YouTube channel, no, yung ating pong video dyan, inapuputol. So again, please do become a member of Team Psja. Your membership for Team Psja is valid until September of this year. So even if you are not going to take the LET this June, September ka pa po, pwede ka na pong maging member ng Team Psja. We also have our free pre-board, free final coaching. So again, if you want to become a member of Team Psja, just send us a message to our Facebook page. That's Gurong Pinoy. So as I have mentioned, this is general education, 20 items, all made up of different concepts. No? So meron tayong science, may English, math, Filipino, and of course there's social studies. But then again, before we start, let's all have our opening prayer. We thank you for this new day, Lord. Help us to embrace all that it may hold for us, to hear the bird song and have new melodies in our hearts, to see the sunrise and create beauty with our hands, to touch the leaves that grow afresh and allow your love to touch our hearts, to smell the fragrance of the flowers and breathe in the wonder of your creation, to dwell on the beauty of our world and study and fathom your miracles, to enjoy the conversations we have and the lessons we go to. May we drink in all the goodness you have for us. Amen. All right, so again, as I have mentioned, this is general education, 20 items. You are a member of Team Psja, doon po kayo manood sa Team Psja, no? Because napuputol po yung ating video dyan sa ating Facebook page. And of course, dyan po sa ating YouTube channel, snippets lamang po yung video natin. So your full-length video is going to be found in Team Psja, that's our Facebook group. Now, please do share this video, like this video, share this video, start a watch party, tag your friends. It is very important that we can reach out to more people so that kahit sila din po, no, matulungan din ng Gurong Pinoy. And of course, you can also support us by sending us your stars. We have our stars goal of 1,000 stars tonight. And po pwede din po kayong mag-support through Super Chat, Super Sticker on YouTube. Again, please do share this video, like this video, share this video. And we will start in just a few minutes. We would like to welcome everyone who are watching with us tonight, no? Yung mga newbies natin, yung mga veterano, yung Team Thunders, yung mga matatagal na nandito, and of course, yung mga newbies din natin, no, na kaka-log-in pa lamang, kaka-tune in pa lamang. Welcome po. We do our live streams every Saturdays and Sundays. So again, every Saturday and Sunday, we start at 7 p.m. unless, of course, we are having our final coaching pag meron ng final coaching your major dip. Nimumove po natin, o minumove natin minsan yung ating live stream at a later time. But during this time, we'll have our live stream still at 7 p.m. Now again, this is part of your diagnostic test. Na 20 items ito na galing dun sa 100 items na diagnostic test ninyo. We will be announcing the top notchers for your diagnostic test. Your top notchers, we got 40% from their gen and we got 60% from their Prof Ed. Yung top notchers natin, top 3. And of course, they are going to be receiving cash prizes, no? So hindi na po ako maglalabas ng ating passers list because of course uulit po natin yung 20 items kada weekend. So tonight is the first 20 items sa part ng ating diagnostic test. Okay? So every weekend po ay meron tayong 20 items na kukunin doon sa ating diagnostic test, and of course we are going to discuss those. Of course, it is impossible for us to discuss all 100 items at one sitting, no? Kaya hindi po tayo po pwedeng mag 100 items, kaya pinuputol po natin 20, 20, 20 lamang. Okay. Now again, please do like this video, share this video. Sa mga hindi po makapasok sa quizzes, make sure that your internet connection is strong. Make sure that your devices have been refreshed. Minsan po nire-refresh lamang. Try nyo lang po ng try, no? Wala pong problema yung ating link. Kalimitan po, kadalasan yung problema po yung internet connection natin. So if you can use a laptop, sometimes it's easier than using a phone during your quizzes na tests, no? Or if you can go to an internet shop para siguradong strong po yung internet connection nyo, you can also try that, no? So wala pong problema yung ating links. Kadalasan pong problema ay from your end, yung internet connection po natin. Alam naman natin yung internet connection sa Pilipinas medyo mahina talaga, especially pag merong bagyo, no? Pag umuulan, mahina yung internet natin. Okay, again, please do like and share this video. We still have around 300 people not liking this video. And of course, napaka-importante that you share this video. Ang mga hindi nagla-like, no, yung mga nagla-like at mga nag-share, yun po yung siguradong papasa. No? So dapat wag tayong maging madamot. Share Gurong Pinoy, like and share this video. And of course, you can also send us your stars on Facebook, also super chat, super stickers on YouTube. Again, if you are a member of Team Psja, hanapin nyo na yung Team Psja, no? Alam ko, nandyan na kayo sa group na Team Psja. So punta kayo doon para dire-diretso po ang inyong panonood. All right, we start with question number 1 for Janet. Okay, this is science. Prokaryotes come in 4 basic morphologies. This should have been basic, no, not basis. Spherical, rod-shaped, spiral-shaped, and comma-shaped. The bacterial etiology of cholera, Vibrio Cholera, is letter A, spherical, letter B, comma-shaped, letter C, rod-shaped, or letter D, spiral. What's your answer for question number 1? Number 1 po, what will be your choice? Okay, again, question number 1, what is your choice for question number 1? This is science. Okay, I see C's and B's. Alin kaya ang tumpak at alin kaya yung ligwak na meron ding iilang D? Again, these are items na may nagsabi dito na may comment na si Ma'am Virginia na lupo. Lumabas po ito noong March 27. So again, these are items coming from Let of March, no? Kaya hindi natin inalaw yung ating mga kumuha ng Let ng March to join the diagnostic test because of course it's going to be unfair for those people who have not taken the test kasi yung ating mga items are coming from March of this year na Let, no? So ito po yung mga items na nakuha natin doon. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Saida Sanggiban Palunsay. I already passed the let, but I still wanted to watch and share your videos, ma'am. Napakagaling po ninyo mag-explain and very clear po. Maraming salamat and of course, congratulations, Ma'am Saida, LPT. Okay, so malapit-lapit na yung ilan sa inyo, yung mga magti-take sa June, kayo na ang susunod na LPT. Again, please do share this video. We still have 300 people not liking and not sharing this video. Okay, for number 1, we are talking about prokaryotes now, and there is a mention about the different shapes, the different morphologies of your prokaryotes. Merong sphere, merong rod-shaped, spiral, at meron din comma-shaped. No? Your question is about Vibrio Cholera. Ano ba yung shape ng inyong Vibrio Cholera? Of course, this is the substance, no? Or this is the bacterium that would cause you cholera, that will give us cholera. No? So is it spherical, letter B, comma-shaped, letter C, rod-shaped, or letter D, spiral? And the correct choice here is letter B. Okay, so letter B, comma-shaped is the correct choice. Now, before we go to the different morphologies, the different shapes of your prokaryotes, let's take a look at the differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Now, in science, when you say karyotes, when you say karyotes, this actually came from the term karyon, which means nucleus. Okay, so yung nucleus natin, nucleus ng cell, it's a very important part of the cell kasi tinuturing siyang brain of the cell. Okay, so this here is your nucleus and it's very important. It plays a very important role because that is where you can find the DNA. You all know what the DNA is, no? Yan yung ating genes, yan yung ating genetic makeup, yan yung ating heredity. So, ikaw ay kamukha ng tatay mo, kamukha ng nanay mo, or combination nila dahil sa genes coming from your parents. So, yung genes, yung DNA na yan, ay nakikita sa nucleus, no? So, never ka nagiging kamukha ng inyong kapitbahay. If kamukha ka ng iyong kapitbahay, ay nako, baka merong nangyari, no? Baka there has been some miracle, no? So may nangyari because in genetics, dapat kung anong nakuha mong genes, yung DNA ng parents mo, dapat yun yung kalalabasan ng itsura ng bata, no? So I'm pregnant. You all know I'm pregnant. No? I'm 8 months pregnant. So hopefully maging combination ng itsura namin ng husband ko na Sir Migs. Or maybe pwede din namang siguro sa akin na maging kamukha, no? Dahil yung aming eldest si Baby Rain kamukha ng aking asawa. Okay, so again, yung genes mo, DNA, it can all be found in the nucleus. Now, as I've mentioned, karyon means nucleus. No? So when you say pro here, pro in science means before. So pag sinabi mong prokaryotes, these are cells na walang nucleus, no? So cells ito na walang nucleus prior to the existence of your nucleus. So examples of this would be your bacteria. So bacteria mo, these are prokaryotic cells na wala silang nucleus. And another thing, they don't have organelles. So wala silang iba't ibang parts ng cell. When you say organelles, these are just the tiny structures inside the cell. For example, your endoplasmic reticulum, your mitochondria, your chloroplast. Okay, so all these are just examples of your organelles. Your eukaryotes, on the other hand, you here means true. Totoo, no? So eukaryotes or eukaryotic cells are those cells with true nucleus. So examples of organisms here would be your plants and your animals. Higher forms of organisms are already eukaryotic. Even your fungi is eukaryotic. Okay, so bacteria mo, it would be prokaryotes. So again, lumalabasin po ito sa let, no? Anong pinagkaiba ng prokaryotes and eukaryotes? Two major differences. Prokaryotes, no nucleus and no membrane-bound organelles. Eukaryotes, with nucleus and with membrane-bound organelles. So yan lamang po yung kanilang pagkakaiba. Now, as to the different shapes, no, morphology ng ating prokaryotes, these are your bacteria, of course, examples of organisms that are prokaryotes. You have your spherical shape, no, spherical, pa-circle sila. You'd call this your cocci. Coccus is singular, then cocci would be your plural. Bacillus mo or bacilli, these are rod-shaped bacteria. So rod-shaped na isa din sa choices natin kanina. Meron din namang others na like your Vibrio Cholera. Ito yung ating question kanina. As you can see, it is comma-shaped. Okay, so may spiral, spirilla. Meron ka ding spirochetes, but we are looking for the shape of your Vibrio Cholera. And of course, it is comma-shaped. Kaya letter B ang ating choice for number 1. Okay, so again, if you are a member of Team Psja, all these will be posted in our group later. So you don't need to take any screenshots. You don't need to take down notes, no? Dahil nada-download nyo po ito later. All right, we proceed with number 2. This is English. The blank of the story is that honesty is the best policy. Letter A, morality. Letter B, moralism. Letter C, moral. Letter D, moral. Okay, what's your choice for number 2? Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Lynn Teves. First choice is always correct. Okay, so usually yung first choice mo, yung instinct mo ay correct, no? So wag mong papalitan, wag mo siyang papalitan unless you have a very valid reason. Okay, I see letter D's. Letter D's for number 2. Tumpa kaya ang letter D? We will find out. Okay, karamihang choice niyo ay letter D. Again, 300 people. Please do like and share this video. Paki-like po and share ng ating video. Send us your stars. And of course, send us your super stickers na maraming salamat po for supporting Gurong Pinoy. Okay, number 2. Again, these items all came from March, no, Nalet. So, lahat ng items po natin dinidiscuss, alam ninyong nakikita nyo talaga sa let, no? Ito yung mga valid items. Ito yung mga items talagang galing sa feedback ng ating students. Of course, these are items that you'll see in your let. Okay, number 2, the blank of the story is that honesty is the best policy. Unang-una, honesty po ito ha, hindi po honesty, okay? It is silent H. So we don't say honesty, okay? So we say honesty, silent H po siya. Is the best policy? Is it letter A, morality, letter B, moralism, letter C, moral, or letter D, moral? And the correct choice, of course, would be letter D, moral, okay? So usually we say, when we talk about moral, this is the lesson that you get from the story. So you don't really say, wag kayong magsabi na moral lesson, no? Because when you say moral, that's already the lesson that you've learned from the story. So when you say moral lesson, redundant na po siya, no? Inulit mo lang yung term na lesson. So moral lamang. The moral of the story is that honesty is the best policy. Moral naman, on the other hand, this means spirit. Okay, so spirit, para siyang fighting spirit. No? So, for example, you say the coach boosted the morale of the team by giving them a pep talk. No? So, nag-pep talk siya, in-encourage na sila just to boost their morale. Okay, of course, we are not looking for morality and moralism. Letter D, moral is tumpak. Okay, number 3. The figures must be transmuted in order to understand the grade. The capitalized word means letter A, estimated, letter B, surpassed, letter C, changed, or letter D, summed. This still is in English. This is vocabulary. Again, galing po ito sa ating March 2022 na let. Okay, what's your answer for number 3? Nakakalimot mag-comment sa chat box. Letter C. I see a lot of letter C's. Number 3, tumpak kaya ang letter C? Or ligwak kaya ang letter C? Change. Number 3, letter C. Okay. The figures must be transmuted in order to understand the grade. Okay, so as teachers, we'd always do this. No, meron tayong transmutation table. No, we'd always have the transmutation table where we use the raw score of the student so that we can interpret it. We need to use the transmutation table. And so the meaning of transmuted, of course, would be letter C. Now, so change. Transmuted would mean letter C, change. Kaya karamihan sa inyo ay tumpak. Okay? So letter C po ang ating hinahanap, hindi po estimate, hindi po surpass, and hindi din po summed. No? So change, transmuted equals change. Okay? So letter C is tumpak for number 3. Number 4, still English. What figure of speech is present in this line of the poem, The Brook? The second time, it was a tiny snake. Letter A, personification. Letter B, simile. Letter C, metaphor. Or letter D, apostrophe. Okay, we still have 200 people not liking this video. Please do like this video if you think you are being helped by Gurong Pinoy in your preparation for the LET. Again, paki-like na po ng ating video. If this is the first time that you've tuned in to us, now we've been doing this for almost 2 years already. We started since the pandemic, and of course, we have our YouTube channel. It's also Gurong Pinoy. Doon po lahat ng ating videos makikita ninyo. No? And if you'd want the full-length video, please do become a member of Team Psja so that you can also download my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, number 4, we are looking for the figure of speech. And this line is from the poem we call The Brook. And the line says, the second time it was a tiny snake. Letter A, personification. Letter B, simile. Letter C, metaphor. Or letter D, apostrophe. Okay, ang tumpak na choice dito, may ilang A at B, no? Meron ding D, pero karamihang choice niyo ay letter C. And the correct choice here is letter C. This is a metaphor. Okay, so metaphor po siya. The author likened or the author compared the brook. Alam niyo naman kung ano yung brook, no? Yung brook ay para siyang river, no? So maliit na river. The author here compared the brook to a tiny snake. Yung istorya kasi ng poem na The Brook, yung river or yung brook ay unti-unting lumiliit, no? Dahil sa actions ng tao, dahil sa anthropological na factors. No? When you say anthropological factors, mga ginagawa ng tao. So lumiliit siya ng lumiliit. No? So here, in this line, the author actually compared the brook, the river, to a tiny snake. And this here is, of course, metaphor. You all know what the difference is between simile and metaphor. Halos magkaparehas po yung simile at metaphor natin. Yung simile lamang po would use the terms like and as. Okay? Pag yung metaphor mo naman, walang terms na like and as. So here, the author is comparing the brook to a snake, tapos hindi siya gumamit ng like or as. And so this is metaphor. Now, personification, of course, when you say personification, binibigyan mo ng human-like qualities ang isang bagay na hindi human. Okay? So for example, you say, the daffodils are dancing in the breeze. The sun is shining at me. No? So personification yan. Binibigyan mo sila ng human-like characteristics kahit na hindi sila humans, no? Hindi sila men. And of course, apostrophe naman, ito yung tinatawag nating pagtawag in Filipino. No? You are calling something or someone that is not present. So for example, in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, when Juliet was on the balcony and Juliet was saying, Romeo, or Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? No? So that's apostrophe. Pagtawag siya, pagtawag in Filipino. Now, we have a separate video on this, no? Ilagay niyo po dyan sa notes ninyo kung ngayon lamang kayo nakapag-tune in sa Gurong Pinoy, meron po tayong video on the different figures of speech with different examples, and of course, meron din silang translation in Filipino kasi lumalabas po ito sa let. Okay? So number 4C po is tumpak. Number 5, he is the black sheep of the family. This is an example of letter A, metaphor, letter B, simile, letter C, personification, or letter B, hyperbole. Ma'am Sherilyn Okde, yes, mapapanood po ito ulit bukas, especially po kung member po kayo ng Team Psja, po pwede nyo pong balikan dun bukas. Okay, we are looking for... this still is figures of speech, no? Figure of speech pa rin siya. Number 5, English figure of speech. What type or what figure of speech do we have here? He is a black sheep of the family. Letter A, metaphor. Letter B, simile. Letter C, personification. Or letter D, hyperbole. Okay, I see a lot of letter A's. And letter A, of course, is tumpak, no? Sa metaphor siya, black sheep of the family. You all know the meaning of the term black sheep, no? Yung ating idiom na black sheep of the family, that means siya yung pasaway, no? Siya yung maitim na tupa sa pamilya. Siya yung pinakapasaway na miyembro ng pamilya, no? So wala siyang use, it did not use the terms like or as. And so again, this is not your simile, this is metaphor. You cannot choose personification dahil person na po siya, no? So you are not giving that person a human-like characteristic. It cannot be considered personification dahil tao na yung ating pinag-uusapan. And hyperbole naman, when you say hyperbole, this is exaggeration. No? So when you say, tatawidin ko ang pitong ilog para sa iyo, no? Susungkitin ko ang lahat ng bituin. No? Ito yung mga ginagamit ng mga lalaki, yung mga mabubulaklak na salita. No? Pag ikaw ay nanliligaw ka sa misis mo, nanliligaw ka sa girlfriend mo, hyperbole, halos yung inyong ginagamit. No? Hindi ako mabubuhay nung wala ka, hindi ako makakatulog, hindi ako makakain, no? Kung hindi tayo bate. So that's hyperbole, exaggeration, pagmamalabis in Filipino. Okay, but here, number 5, of course, that would be letter A, metaphor. Okay, number 6, which does one display when he thinks that what is foreign is best and that what is local inferior? Letter A, relativism. Letter B, ethnocentrism. Letter C, favoritism. Or letter D, xenocentrism. This is social studies or social science. Ano kaya yung tumpak na choice? Aba, sabi ni Sir Mark de la Pena, pambobola is hyperbole. Okay, pagmamalabis. Okay, so ano yung dinidisplay mo pag palagi mong iniisip na yung foreign brands, yung mga imported would always be better than your local brands. So ayaw mo ng pen shop, ng Bench, gusto mo ay Levi's. Ayaw mo ng Goya, no, yung mga local brands natin ng tsokolate, gusto mo Toblerone. Okay, or gusto mo M&M's, Snickers, Twix, no? Kung ano pang tsokolate na imported. Or ayaw mo, kunwari, ng Jollibee, Mang Inasal, gusto mo dun ka sa Burger King. Okay? Or Chick-fil-A. May Chick-fil-A na yata din sa Pilipinas na so gusto mo lagi foreign. Okay, because you're thinking is that foreign is best and whatever we have locally is inferior. So what do you display now? What characteristic is this? Okay, is it letter A, relativism, letter B, ethnocentrism, letter C, favoritism, or letter D, sinocentrism? Okay, medyo maraming ligwak sa atin, no? Baka mga ano to, mga newbies natin, no? So medyo hindi pa familiar sa mga terms dito. Okay, number 6, social studies again. Which does one display when he thinks that what is foreign is best and that what is local is inferior? The correct choice, of course, is letter D. This is sinocentrism. Sino po in as a suffix or as a prefix means foreign. Okay, so sino means foreign, no? So when meron ding isang common item sa let, yung tinatawag naman natin xenophobia. So xenophobia is the fear of foreign people, the fear of foreigners. So when you say xenocentrism, you think that whatever is foreign is better. Okay, so whatever is important is better. That's xenocentrism. Magkabaligtad po sila, opposite sila ng ethnocentrism. Ethnocentrism naman, ito yung mahalin mo ang kung anong gawa sa ating bansa, no? So kapwa ko mahal ko, yan yung ethnocentrism. You think that whatever was locally produced is better than a foreign brand, no? Sa ethnocentrism naman siya. You are centered on the local brands, no? Sa ethnocentrism, again, magkabaliktad po sila. Relativism, usually we'd say cultural relativism. Now we'd usually use the quotation, one man's meat is another man's poison. Pag sinabi mong cultural relativism, there are some parts of one culture that might be very acceptable, pero pag dinala mo sa isang kultura, hindi na acceptable. Kunwari sa atin sa Pilipinas, no, it is okay for us to mingle with people of the opposite sex. So, meron tayong maraming kaibigan na kunwari lalaki. Kung lalaki ka, may mga kaibigan ka, may mga friends kang babae, nagbibeso-beso kayo lagi, palagi kayo nagmi-meet. But if you go to another country, especially in an Arab country, no, so for example, in Saudi Arabia, bawal silang magkita, yung mga grown-ups na, no, bawal silang magkita pag hindi mag-asawa, bawal mo makita yung itsura ng babae, bawal kang makipag-usap sa isang lalaki, no? So that's cultural relativism. One part of a culture that's acceptable may not be acceptable to another culture. So depende sa kultura, no? That's cultural relativism. Favoritism, of course, alam naman niyo kung anong favoritism. Meron kang pinapaboran, meron kang paborito, no? That's favoritism. But here we are looking for letter D, sinocentrism. Again, sino is foreign. Okay? So pag foreigner, sino siya, no? Sinocentrism. Xenophobia is the fear of foreign people, the fear of foreigners. So number 6, sinocentrism, letter D is tumpa. Number 7, analects, which are short and witty sayings that treat of moral values and good human relations, are attributed to letter A, Mao Zedong, letter B, Mencius, letter C, Confucius, or letter D, Lao Tzu. Okay, what's your answer? Number 7. Again, lumabas po itong lahat sa March, no, 2022 na LEP. And these are very common questions, no, very common items in the LEP. So again, if you have just tuned in to Gurong Pinoy, marami po tayong videos nandyan po sa ating YouTube channel. And if you can become a member of Team Psja, para po mabalikan nyo lahat ng videos natin, full-length videos. And of course, ma-download nyo po yung ating mga PowerPoint presentation. Magpa-member po kayo sa Team Psja. Just send us a message to our Facebook page. Again, napuputol po yung ating Facebook page na video and yung ating video dyan sa YouTube channel. So balikan nyo po yung Team Psja, no? Kung kayo po ay member ng Team Psja, doon po kayo manood sa Team Psja para dire-diretso po yung inyong panonood. Okay, I see a lot of letter C's. Analects, which are short and witty sayings that treat of moral values and good human relations, are attributed to. The correct choice here would be letter C, Confucius. Now, so lumabas na naman si Confucius in March 2022, and may mga feedback from our students na yung ginamit nilang term was Confucio. So Confucius, if there's no Confucius in your choices, pag merong choice na Confucio or Confuce, parehas lang po sila. No? So it can either be Confucius, pwedeng Confucio, pwedeng Confuce. Isang tao lamang po siya. Okay, so Confucius here is the tumpak na choice for number 7. Let's take a look at our slide now. So this here is Confucius. We all know that he was the greatest teacher in China. No, so he was a great Chinese philosopher. He's considered as one of the best philosophers from the East. No, if not the best. Okay, so these here are, or is one of his analects. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. No? So kung mahal mo yung trabaho mo, hindi siya magiging trabaho. You will never have to work a day in your life. Of course, he is also the one who gave us the golden rule. No? So do unto others what you want others to do unto you. That's also by Confucius. So again, if you don't see Confucius, pwedeng Confucio or Confuce. Okay, so parehas lamang po sila. This is Mao Zedong or Mao Zedong, and he was the one who established the People's Republic of China. So kung merong Kim, no, yung merong mga Kim na leaders yung South Korea, in the case of China, it was Mao Zedong who really put up China. So siya yung nagsimula talaga ng establishment ng People's Republic of China. This is Lao Tzu, Mencius, at yung pinakatanyag na saying ni Mencius is that human nature is good, just as water seeks low ground. There is no man who is not good. There is no water that does not flow downwards. Okay, so yung belief ni Mencius was that all men are good. Lumalabas din po yan sa let, no? Sino yung nagsabi na all men are good? Your answer would be Mencius. And this is Lao Tzu. Sometimes it's also Lao Tse, no? So Lao Tzu, Lao Tse, parehas lamang po sila. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. And of course, si Lao Tzu yung nagbigay sa atin ng Taoism. Okay, so the wisdom, that's going with the flow. Go with the flow lang. Ride the tide lang, no? Just follow whatever your destiny brings you. Okay, so sabi ni Lao Tzu, just follow your nature. Go with the flow. Huwag mong kokontrahin yung inyong tadhana. No? So kahit gustong-gusto mo siya, kung hindi kayo nakatadhana para sa isa't isa, huwag mong ipilit. Yan yung sabi ni Lao Tzu. No? Nakakapanakit din ng damdamin to si Lao Tzu. No? So sabi niya kasi, just go with the flow. Accept your destiny. That's part of the wisdom. Okay, so this is Lao Tzu, or sometimes also called Lao Tse. Okay, but then again, our answer was letter C, Confucius. Number 8, maternity leaves are extended to women. What legal provision extends this? Letter A, Article 14, Education. Letter B, Article 13, Section 14, Women. Letter C, Article 13, Role and Rights of People's Organization. Letter D, Article 12, Bill of Rights. Okay, what's your choice for question number 8? Again, if you are watching us on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, napuputol po yung ating video dyan. So please become a member of Team Psja. Okay, I see letter B, letter B. Of course, it's pretty obvious we're talking about women, and so letter B is tumpak, no? Ito ay bonus na sa let na. Alam niyo na yan. Basta pag nakita niyo women, it's all about talking about women, and so letter B is tumpak for number 8. We move on with number 9. You have to take extra care when you critique the work of a Filipino. Your negative comment may be mistaken to be an attack against his or her person. Upon which Filipino trait is this advice based? Letter A, bayanihan spirit. Letter B, sakop mentality. Letter C, extreme personalism. Or letter D, adaptability. Okay, what's your choice for number 9? Question number 9. What is your choice? Alin kaya ang